Fish is an important source of protein in the daily diet. Fish has the disadvantage that it spoils quickly. If fish is not boiled, salted, dried, smoked, or preserved in some other way, it quickly spoils. Fermented fish paste and sauces has a much more important place in the daily diet than salted or dried fish. Although fermented foods are a good source of protein, they can be consumed only in limited quantities because of the high salt content of these products. Fermentation of fish is especially used in situations where drying of the fish is not possible, because the climate is too wet and where cooling and sterilization of the product is too expensive. Preservation of fish by fermentation technology has been popular from the time immemorial. Fermented fish paste and sauces are relished as condiment, along with the cooked rice in many of the Southeast Asian countries. During the fermentation of fish, protein is broken down in the presence of high salt concentration. The fish protein is mainly broken down by enzymes which come from the fish itself. These enzymes are mainly present in the gut. In traditional fermentation methods in which the intestines are removed from the fish, fermentation will often be slower as there are fewer enzymes present in the flesh. Types of fermented fish products. Products in which the fish retains substantially their original form or preserved as large chunks. Products in which fish are reduced to a paste. Products in which fish are reduced to a liquid. Traditional fermented fish products are basically salt fermented products. Depending on the proportion of salt added, the products can also be classified into high salt, more than 20% of total weight, low salt or 6 to 8%, and no salt products. The dominant flavor-giving components of fermented fish products are proteins and their hydrolytic cleavage products such as peptides, peptones, amino acids, higher fatty acids, and their esters, glycosides, and their derivatives, monosodium glutamate, eucalyptus, and inosine monophosphate. Traditional fermentation methods. Here, the fermentation process is allowed to take place by chance and is based on experience alone. Further, there is no control measures applied over fermentation. As in most traditional methods, influx of air is restricted and salt, roughly about 1/3 of the weight of fish, is added for the fermentation to occur spontaneously. The method in which the process is done varies according to region, so experience alone determines the outcome of fermentation, such as the product has a different color or smell, so that is different from normal, it should not be eaten. Traditional fish products are classified into two groups. Products which in the presence of salt are fermented by the enzymes present in the fish, flesh, or intestine. Products which are fermented in the presence of boiled or roasted rice. The fish flesh is converted into fermented fish products. The fish is converted into a paste. The fish or in pieces retains as much as possible of its own structure. We know that fermented fish products are an important protein supplement. They contain a number of essential amino acids which can form an important addition to the daily diet. For example, fish sauce contains a lot of amino acid. Lysine, which is an essential amino acid to be supplied in the diet. These amino acids can be found in small quantities in rice. The quality of resultant product depends on the fat content of the fish, the enzyme activity in the fish flesh, contamination in the salt used, in the temperature. Contaminated salt can be recognized by its slightly pink color and can be purified by heating the salt on a metal sheet over a fire.